So friends, we can go through next unit, unit 16 of ABM from module B, estimation. So friends, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and share to your friends also. So we can move to this unit, estimation. There are two types of estimates about a population. One can be point estimate and the other one is interval estimate. A point estimate is a single number used to estimate an unknown population parameter. For example, if I tell like I will get 90 mark in next exam, that is in future I will get 90 mark, it's a point estimate. Here I am not certain if I will get 90 marks in the next exam. So there is reliability of estimate is not certain here, and it is point estimate can be only useful if it is given along with an error estimate. So if I tell like I will get 90 marks in next exam, so if I also tell like an error estimate of plus or minus 1 can be there, so it will be more accurate. So we can move to interval estimate. It's a range of values used to estimate a population parameter. For example, if I tell I will get marks between 90 and 100 in next exam, here error is also considered because there is a range or a period given between 90 and 100. It is more accurate that I will get mark between 90 and 100. So error is also considered in interval estimate. Error is indicated in two ways: extent of range and probability parameter lying between the range. The range is 90 and 100. So what is an estimator? A sample statistic used to estimate a population parameter is called estimator. Sample mean X bar is an estimator of population mean. Mu. Sample proportion is an estimator of population proportion. Specific numerical value of our estimator is called as estimate, or an estimate is a specific value of a statistic. So estimator gets a numerical value called estimate. Next is the criteria of a good estimator. First, unbiased. Desirable property for a good estimator, it is one of the desirable property of a good estimator, that is unbiased estimator. A statistic is an unbiased estimator if its value are above or below the population parameter being estimated. So if it is just above or below the population parameter, it is called unbiased. Next is efficiency. Is also another desirable property of a good estimator. So two desirable properties for a good estimator: unbiased and efficiency. Efficiency refers to the size of standard error statistics. Smaller standard deviation of standard error, more efficient the statistic is. So we know standard deviation of standard error means a change from the value of the estimate. So if it is small, the statistic will be more efficient. Next is consistency. A statistic is a consistent estimator of a population parameter if sample size increases. So value of statistics come close to value of population parameter. Next is sufficiency. Making use of the available information from the sample by an estimator for good estimate. So if the estimator uses all the available information from the sample, the value given as estimate by the estimator will be accurate. So next we can move to point estimate. Sample mean X bar is the best estimator. Equation of X bar is sigma X by n. The value obtained by this equation is point estimate. So we get a single value here. Sample variance as estimator equation is S square equal to sigma X minus X bar the whole square by n minus 1. This is estimate of a population variance. Next is point estimator population proportion. The proportion of units that have a particular characteristic in a given population is denoted by P bar, where P bar is the estimator of P. Example, out of 50 cartons, 4 were damaged. So that is here 50 cartons is the population and the damaged ones is 4 ones are damaged. So we get P bar as 4 by 50 equal to 0.08, which is known as the proportion. Here damaged proportion out of total population is 0.08. Next is interval estimate. Information from sample data can be computed either as point estimate or interval estimate. Interval estimate describes range of values within which a population parameter lies. So these point estimate gives only a single value, whereas interval estimate gives a range of value. So it takes into account error also. Sigma x bar is the standard error of mean equal to sigma by root 10. Sigma x bar equal to sigma by root 10. Value of point estimate plus or minus sigma by root 10 is the interval. In 95.5% sample, interval will contain population mean. So point estimate plus or minus 1 sigma x bar, we get 68.3% confidence interval. Point estimate plus or minus 3 sigma x bar gives 99.7% confidence interval, and point estimate plus or minus 2 sigma x bar gives 95.5% confidence interval that the value lies between this range. That is point estimate plus 2 sigma x bar and point estimate minus 2 sigma x bar gives a range. Here we are confident that our estimate lies between 95.5% in this range. This is an important portion. Here upper confidence limit UCL is x plus 1 sigma x bar, and LCL lower confidence limit x minus 1 sigma x bar. Interval estimate of mean with large samples. If n greater than 30, CLT allows us to use normal distribution, that is for large sample. Sigma x bar equals sigma by root 10, 95.5% confidence level at x bar plus or minus 1.96 sigma x bar. So the estimate lies between minus 1.96 and 1.96, and it is 95.5% sure that the estimate lies between these 2 points. When population standard deviation is unknown, sample standard deviation sigma hat is taken. Here sigma is unknown and it's equal to root of sigma x minus x bar the whole square by n minus 1. So sigma hat x bar equal to sigma hat by root n root of n minus n by n minus 1 is the estimate of standard error of the mean. Interval estimate of proportion from large sample. This equation is used if standard deviation is unknown. That is, we use here sigma hat x bar instead of sigma x bar. Interval estimate of proportion from large sample. Here we use binomial distribution. Here in binomial distribution, mean is mu p equal to n into p, where p is the probability and n is the number of trials. P is the probability of success and Q is the probability of failure, and Q equal to 1 minus P. So we have the equation standard deviation of population sigma p bar equal to root of n into p into q, and standard deviation equal to standard error of population mu p bar is root of pq by n. So standard deviation and standard error are the same, equal to root of pq by n. Here 99% confidence interval is written as p bar plus or minus 2.58 sigma p bar. So we find sigma p bar from this equation, and we find p bar also as p equal to 1 minus q, and we get UCL as p bar plus 2.58 sigma p bar and LCL as p bar minus 2.58 sigma p bar. That is, this estimate lies between UCL and LCL and it's 99% confident. So friends, that's all from this small chapter. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and share, and also press the like button if you liked my video. Thank you friends.